These actors may not be at war, but they're certainly not being civil. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times the Avengers cast roasted each other.
Any pressure with that, Brie? No, being the new
I felt okay until he said it like that, and then now I feel a little scared.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most savage and hilarious burns that actors from Avengers Endgame threw at each other during interviews.
Chris spends more time in the hair and makeup chair than all of us.
Can we get
what?
What
are you doing in there?
Number 10. Dissing Chris Hemsworth's parenting.
Did you go on any rides while you were there? Did you enjoy?
Yeah, we did. We went on the Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
Oh, you did?
At the one that drops like crazy.
The Avengers actors are a dream team on screen, but that hasn't stopped them from ribbing each other in press junkets. When the Endgame cast had a chat with Jimmy Kimmel about riding the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Disneyland, Chris Hemsworth mentioned that he once snuck his daughter past height restrictions. Scarlett Johansson was quick to mock him, and for pretty good reason.
It gets worse.
Wildly irresponsible as well, and you're all cheering.
It gets
Okay,
worse,
go on.
right?
And when Chris revealed that his daughter flew out of her seat, Robert Downey Jr. piled on too. Even the mighty Thor had to admit it was probably not his smartest idea.
I was like, maybe there's a reason that there's a heart. Maybe. Sorry.
Number 9. The distracting Anthony Mackie.
It's Chris. Chris is the guy that takes control of everything.
Is it really?
If we're working, maybe.
Paul Rudd came out swinging against his castmates on Jimmy Kimmel Live, comparing them to the fraternity in Animal House. Sebastian Stan had a ready reply about trading Paul Rudd for Scarlett Johansson, which Anthony Mackie was quick to back. But it was Mackie who faced the sincerest burn, when Chris Evans described him as disruptive on set and causing a 10% decrease in productivity.
When they call rap and, everyone's trying to have a good time, it might be Blue Suit over here.
In Mackie's defense, it's important to have fun when you're dealing with the stress of saving the world. And when your castmates are these four guys, entertaining banter seems inevitable.
There's a 10% drop in productivity when Mackie's on set.
10% seems reasonable.
Number 8. Mark Ruffalo's Shoelaces.
We haven't
Disaster.
We're failing at this.
It must be tough not to reveal spoilers in interviews, but Mark Ruffalo has an interesting technique. Within seconds of sitting down with Extra, Ruffalo absent-mindedly started to tie his shoelaces. Chris Evans was not about to let the moment pass without comment, pointing out that Ruffalo seemed to have recurring trouble with the task. Ruffalo's explanation was far from convincing, and Evans didn't let it go, bringing up the laces again when encouraging Mark to get into shape.
So what do you want to talk about?
Well, shoelaces, apparently. That's where it goes.
Double knot, Ruffalo. Double knot. Hey, maybe they come undone every time he becomes the Hulk.
Oh, you're right. I'll get there.
Exactly.
Just tighten those bootstraps and we'll get you out in that shit.
Number 7. Widow's character arc.
I mean, we can fast forward through the dumb stuff.
No one delivers a burn quite like Robert Downey Jr. Another one from Jimmy Kimmel Live, this roast sees Downey take aim at Scarlett Johansson, or more accurately, at her character, Black Widow. When Downey announces that he's doing an Easter screening of Avengers Endgame at his house, Scarlett Johansson invites the entire audience. She also questions his plan to play the movie on a loop during brunch.
Well, he said he's showing it on a loop.
On a loop? Well, that's a long brunch.
Yeah, that is quite a brunch.
But the Iron Man actor has a helpful solution. They can just skip through all the dumb stuff, specifically her character arc. Ouch.
What's the dumb stuff?
Yeah, what is the dumb stuff?
I don't know, probably like, your character arc.
Number 6. Cumberbatch's Ruffalo, Holland, and Hiddleston.
I was just wondering if you could do any
Yes.
impressions of your co-stars in strange situations.
Benedict Cumberbatch has done voice work in plenty of films, so he's not scared to imitate his fellow Avengers. Elle asked him to play Mark Ruffalo sorting garbage, which he did with lots of confused head scratching to make the impersonation complete.
I don't know, because this looks like recycling to me, but maybe, is that where the food goes? I don't know.
Though he might not nail Ruffalo's voice, it's still a funny reflection of how he sees his co-star. Benedict's Tom Hiddleston, on the other hand, was cheekily seductive, even when ordering at McDonald's.
Hi, yeah, I'd like to have your Big Mac, please.
Based on Benedict's history supervising Tom Holland for spoilers, he interpreted the young actor as a twitchy, irrepressible teen. His impersonations may not be the most accurate, but they're still pretty funny caricatures of his castmates.
Hi guys, hi, yeah, it's Tom, I'm really excited to be here. Talking to you, no, I can't, because otherwise I'll admit secrets, so,
Number 5, playground insults.
Yeah.
So let's make this the biggest playground insults
great.
we've ever done.
Yeah.
Chris, you're ugly.
Given how well the Marvel cast seems to get along, it's not always easy for them to say genuinely hurtful things about each other. So, when the BBC gets Scarlett Johansson and Chris Hemsworth to argue like children, they struggle hysterically. While Chris can barely think of anything, Scarlett pulls out a hilarious dig at his fashion choices.
You've got a growing collection of, like, grandma cardigans, and I've been meaning to talk to you about it.
Hemsworth's insults are so bad, though, that she just starts mocking them instead. Chris finally hits a nerve when he snidely asks how to spell Johansson.
Do you even know how to spell your name? Because no one else does.
As silly as the burns are, it's just as fun to watch how the two actors can't help but compliment each other even during an insult battle.
Oh God, I don't know. It's so hard. It's just really hard to insult you, Chris.
Number 4, Tom Holland plays with the A-Team. Though Spider-Man has always been a jokester on film, Tom Holland's quips haven't disappointed us off-screen either. After Chris Hemsworth called him a kid in an Avengers toy video, Holland decided to get aggressive.
What I know is that I can also wield the hammer. Who's the kid now, Thor?
The Spider-Man actor called in his own Mjolnir to knock Thor down and throw Chris's words back at him. To drive the snub home, he showed a very different attitude towards Ant-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, and his own action figure.
I'm a little scared of you, not gonna lie.
His subtle jabs at the Winter Soldier and Falcon were wonderfully petty too, while staying true to the films. It was childish revenge at its best.
I beat your ass, you can sit down.
Number 3, Brie isn't an Avenger yet.
It was a good group of people to figure it out with, right guys?
People always pick on the new kid, and in Avengers Endgame, that meant Brie Larson. As she chatted with Entertainment Tonight about the film, she admitted she'd faced a steep learning curve. In fact, according to Don Cheadle, her hazing period still wasn't quite over.
And there's a real, I think, affection among the cast members, except for...
No, this is terrible. Yeah.
Larson struck back when she found out that Hemsworth did not do his own stunts. She also insisted that she was the strongest Avenger, a claim that Hemsworth was not about to take lying down.
There's no competition for me because I'm the strongest, so it's just kind of like a different...
Well, yeah, you should let her think that, but yeah.
Cheadle got his own shots at Larson, working some snarky banter into his actual answers. It's all in good fun. Although, come to think of it, a Thor-Captain Marvel face-off would be pretty entertaining.
That's really nice.
That's sweet.
I'm still stronger than you, though.
You're not, though.
Number 2, matching Avenger tattoos.
Who has the Avengers tattoo? You guys have it, right?
The Avengers cast has taken dedication to a whole new level, going out and getting matching tattoos to commemorate their years working together. On Jimmy Kimmel Live, however, Scarlett Johansson and Robert Downey Jr. confirmed that Mark Ruffalo chose not to get inked.
Mark Ruffalo does not have it.
Yeah.
He declined.
He did.
Did he really?
Yeah, at his own peril.
Downey Jr. saucily insisted Ruffalo made a mistake, while Chris Hemsworth claimed they were shunning him for it. Even Ruffalo's fear of needles came under fire. But it was Paul Rudd's lewd dinner for schmucks joke that made the moment, mocking the whole idea of film tattoos and his co-stars with it.
I have a dinner for schmucks tramp stamp.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Scarlet Witch is the best because she's literally has limitless powers, and if she wanted to or needed to, she could wipe them all out with just like the swipe of her hand.
He is Thor's adopted brother, so he's from the same place as Thor. Except, that's just Hawkeye, just my buddy messing with that guy.
Number 1, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan make fun of Tom Holland.
Me and Tom don't get along that well. That kid is a huge problem.
It might be tough to be the newest cast member in the MCU, but it's also not easy being the youngest. Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan take particular pleasure in making fun of Tom Holland, who they describe as troublesome and melodramatic. Mackie even interrupts interviews at red carpet events just to yell at him.
Tom, will you just keep it down, man? Damn, man, you can't even do an interview. He over here yapping.
While Benedict Cumberbatch praises the young actor's ability to withstand the hazing, he can't help but drop his own savage complaint about Holland.
It's like chaperoning a sewer. I just don't know what's going to come out of that.
The fact that Tom fires back and plays along only adds to the laughs Mackie and Stan get each time they roast him.
So much. It's all true. Get out of here, man.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.